The proposal is deemed approved.
Thank you. Mr. President,
Mr. Kiko.
well, it was already raised earlier that there were several requests. I would just want to place this on record that after we approve the budget of the Department of Agriculture, that evening, December 15, when did we approve the DA budget? December 13, the BICAM. The BICAM approved the DA budget. On December 15, the DA secretary wrote to the chairperson submitting a list of farm-to-market road projects with coordinates amounting to the same amount that we approved, 33 billion, except that 8.9 billion worth of projects were introduced as in the December 15 letter, which was not in the list of projects that we approved on December 13. How do we act on that?
Chair. Mr. Chair, at the end of the day, I will support my chair. But let me please put this on record. Just like I spoke last night and now about the OTR, it's the same issue with the Department of Agriculture. If the more than 8 billion pesos worth of farm-to-market roads were indeed essential in serving our farmers in the hinterlands, why was it not included in the NEP or even in the HGAB? Even if you say that there are coordinates, why did they swap? So I would like to know what were the more than 8 billion pesos worth of FMRs that are deleted now from the HGAB and the Senate version that we are reviewing in the BICAM. Sino po ang mga magsasaka na maaapektuhan sa matatanggal na FMR dahil pinalitan ng DA ang kanilang listahan ng farm-to-market road? I don't understand. So ano mangyayari po sa farm-to-market roads na sinumite ng DA, na inaprubahan ng HGAB, na inaprubahan po natin, tapos papalitan dahil sa isang sulat? So I would just like to make it clear that these are not Senate-introduced FMRs. We did not introduce or submit a list to the Secretary, just to be fair, okay? Insofar the Senate is concerned, we understand and support the House amendments for farm-to-market roads in specific rural districts, and that is both needed, and as long as there are coordinates and not just a lump sum, that is supported. But suddenly there's a change. And as I said, I spoke to Secretary Laurel on Sunday morning because I was confused with the 16B NEP and the another 16B HGAB. And he said, I don't know if I should say it here. Okay, he said something. I will tell you later. Then I'm surprised that he's sending another letter now for another 8 billion. So I would like to know, I have to be enlightened, Mr. Chair. Why is there suddenly, within 3 days of that conversation, there's a change of heart or a change of mind of farm-to-market roads worth 8 billion? Ano po ang mangyayari sa tinanggal niyang 8 billion? At anong nangyari sa ating kanayunan na kailangan bigla ng 8 billion na ito? So may switching. May switching, may swap. So yung tinanggal po na 8 billion, malay ko kung saan yun, saan po ilalagay? Sa NEP ng 2027? Ito pong bagong 8 billion, saan po nanggaling yan? Anong mga distrito, probinsya, bundok, kanayunan, saan? Please enlighten this representation. I'm not trying to interpolate my colleague because I did not receive the letter. I just want to understand, please. Again, if we will make this a habit, then every agency will change internal realization. Oh, pareho naman ng level eh. Papalitan na namin ng laman. Ano tayo, halo-halong kalamay? Ang BICAM, nangyayari ba sa akin noon? Ay, hindi ko tatanggap ng ganyan. Last minute? Di. So, maybe you can, what is that agricultural emergency that the DA will have to change 8 billion worth of FMRs? I want to know and understand. I'm not angry at the vice chair or the chair of Agri. I'm just passionate when there's something I do not understand and I need to comprehend it, Mr. Chair. In the end, I will support my chair.
If I may place on record, this request has not been acted on. So we continue to, well, at least for the Senate, we are standing by the previous list that we approved on December 13. Now, if unless there are members of the bicameral conference committee who disagree, I think we should stick with the December 13.
Mr. Chair,
And for the record, the December 13 list has coordinates. The 33 billion peso December 13 list. We approved it with the coordinates. And the 8.9 likewise has coordinates, but they're a different set of projects from that which we approved on December 13. In other words, they are removing 8.9 billion pesos worth of projects that we approved with coordinates and replacing them with 8.9 billion worth of new or different projects also with coordinates.
Alam ko sasabihin po nila, pareho naman yung level. Pero again, kung pinayagan natin sa DOTR, sa DA, what will stop other agencies? Change na lang yung listahan ng classroom sa DepEd. Change na lang yung ibang mga highway at multipurpose sa DPWH. Palitan na lang lahat ng irigasyon sa NIA. Tanggalin na lang. These lapses will affect the planning of projects that are, you know, we're so diligent in our responsibility to plan, to submit requirements. Tapos isang sulat lang, palit. I think you have, I'm sorry, Mr. Chair. Okay, hindi ako yung chair. Ano yung dahilan? May dahilan. If it's a national security issue, yes. If it's so important, yes, I want to understand. Gusto ko lang maintindihan. So there's something he knows that we don't know.
May I venture a guess based on, well,
Not guess.
no, it's
because
not a
of
guess.
BICAM is
No,
not
let
a
me
guess.
finish, ma'am. May I venture a guess based on the letter that he sent to us and the reason that he gave? Part of the reason that he gave was, please be informed that the earlier submission was made without the approval of the Secretary of Agriculture, as the undersigned was on official medical leave at that time. So, and this is where my guess comes in. No, this is where my intelligent guess comes in, if I may be allowed to perhaps try to understand what happened here. This is the first time we have asked for coordinates. We've never asked for coordinates before. In previous budgets, it has always been lump sum. So it is possible that because this is the first time that this is being requested, then therefore the preparation of these coordinates had to go through a process that somehow there were gaps. And that being the case, because of the gaps, they had to correct the submissions. That is my intelligent understanding. We've never asked for coordinates and an itemized list of projects in the past. This is the first time.
Mr. Chair, may I? Ang DPWH, months ago, sabi, overpriced. Bunuan budget yan. Overpriced. Ibaba. Paulit-ulit. Sa hearing, sa technical working group, sa media, even the president said the same thing. Our chair worked diligently with LBRMO, everyone, and DPWH, binaba. Ayon sa kanilang inputs at methodology, binaba. Inapprove natin. Sa BICAM sabi, itaas. Kaya nga nagkaroon ng impasse for a while, pero nasolve natin sa CMPD. Thank you to the House for agreeing for a truthful, accurate budget. Salamat. Tapos DOTR. Yan, may letter. Internal realignment. Sige na. Tapos ang DA, yung 8.9, hindi pala official transmission yan, hindi pala inapprove ng secretary, we approved it. What does it make of us? It's not an official list. Now this is the official list. So we better have rules. I think the bicameral committee has to have rules. When there are letters from the cabinet, that means letters given to the chair are not official transmission. We have to check. There should be maybe a watermark. So they're saying that these were not official transmissions because the secretary was on medical leave. Ano ibig sabihin yan? So, sino nagpadala? USEC niya? What was it? A fake list? And then the bicameral conference committee approved it? Hindi ganyan eh. Hindi, nangyayari ba yan nung 10 years ago? Hindi. Not as, walang ganyan. Hindi nangyayari yan noon. Hindi ganitong kagarapal. Ang pagpapalit-palit. Ibaba ang presyo. Sumunod. Ayon sa kanila. Itaas ang presyo. I-recompute. DPWH yan. DOTR, realignment, palit lang naman. DA, palitan. Hindi ako yun. Hindi kami yun. Walang coordinates yan. Or meron pero mali yung listahan. Yan ang sinabi ko. 3 na yan. O ilan pa? Baka maglapitan lahat ng ahensya ngayon. Pwede pala magpalit. Palitan namin lahat ng laman. Pareho naman ang level eh. Mr. President, I'm sorry. I have to express my disappointment and exasperation. There has to be some discipline in government. Di ba sa eskwela tayo, pinag-aral tayo, finish or not finish, pass your paper. Pag nagraduhan na ng teacher, tama na, hindi pwedeng, magpalit, yung seatmate ko, mali. Ano tayo? How can we be a good example to people? Kung sa BICAM na, nagpapalit. Tama yung sinabi. Disagreeing provision, sabi ni Senator Erwin.
Mr. Chairman?
Go ahead, Sen.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, the secretary is the head of agency. He's the alter ego of the president. He has the overall knowledge on how his department should go, especially on farm to market road. And so therefore, when the secretary recommends, we have to give so much weight for that under the principle of regularity of function, that the secretary is regularly doing his job. And to the best of his knowledge and ability, that is the list that he believes should be implemented. So therefore, I support the new list because that comes after a good study by the secretary. He was on leave when that was given. Probably the NEP did not have the proper amounts and the proper coordinates, and there was none. Now there are coordinates, and he wants to correct it. He wants to have something that will be implementable. So I support, Mr. Chairman, the new list of Secretary Kiko Laurel. Thank you.
If I may, Senwin, I'll just read part of the letter sent by Secretary Francisco Chu Laurel explaining the new list. After thorough consideration, the department has identified the final FMR projects that are critical in linking key production areas. These projects were selected based on their readiness for implementation, consistency with national and regional development priorities, and their projected contribution to enhancing agricultural productivity, minimizing post-harvest losses, and expanding market access for farmers in priority areas. Further, the department will be undertaking for the first time the direct implementation of farm-to-market road projects. Hence, the attached final list consists of projects that are operationally workable on the part of the department and conducive to timely and effective implementation. I'm not sure if this is the same letter that Sen Kiko has on hand, because also in the first paragraph, he explained that the undersigned was on official medical leave at the time that the during the earlier submission so he says that please be informed that the earlier submission was undertaken without the approval of the Secretary of Agriculture, as the undersigned was on official medical leave at the time.
Actually, I was talking to Senator Loren. Ang tanong niya kung nangyayari ho to nung mga unang panahon. Ang sagot ko, hindi ko alam dahil kayo-kayo lang nag-uusap eh. No, ngayon, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying in general, no, in general. I'm not saying you, Ma'am Loren, no. I'm saying in general dahil this is the innovation that we introduced so that all of these things will be brought out to the body. Pag-usapan natin, pagdebatihan natin, we might not agree, we might find some solutions, pero ang importante ho dito, nalalaman ng lahat, no? Hindi lang sa ilan-ilan lang po ang nalalaman. In fact, dati ho kasi lalabas na lang po yung general appropriations bill, doon na lang natin nakikita kung ano yung mga projects na pumapasok at hindi pumapasok. Pero ito po ang kagandahan po ng open BICAM or ganitong proceedings para mapag-usapan ho natin.
That's why. Thank you for that, Chair. Totoo, nung panahon dati, 10 years ago, yung dalawang chair and LB Remo and the APRO staff. That's why I was asking Attorney Doblon 10 years ago, I can't recall, meron bang mga pahabol na ganyan? But she says, meron, pero pag na-discuss na yung department, tapos na. Or hindi ganyang kalalaki yung changes. But then, I appreciate the candor of the chair and his calmness in taking all this, but it's up to you whether to accept it or not. I said at the end, I will accept and support your decision. We just have to agree na wag masanay lahat ng ahensya na magpalit sa last minute. We have to change that attitude. Yeah. But I support you, Chair.
Mr. Chairman, with the permission of our colleagues, apparently, the letter read by Representative Swansing mentioned that please be informed that the earlier submission was made without the approval of the Secretary. This, as we were made to understand and relayed by the Department of Agriculture, the submission here was the NEP list of projects, and therefore, and what happened subsequently was that because it was submitted without the approval of the Secretary, the BAFE head was removed or was replaced. So that's the information that has been relayed to us. And therefore, they are now submitting this new list. What's important, I think, in the end, and again, I share the concern that these last-minute appeals should not be the norm. What's important here is that for the first time, the list has coordinates. This has never been done before, and therefore, the accountability and transparency objective is met. Of course, we have to continue to be vigilant, and that's why we have identified this information. We have also put forth a special provision on citizens' participatory audit, which means as the project is being implemented, the COA has a memorandum circular that provides for a program wherein citizens can participate in the audit. And we've also included that as a special provision in the implementation of the farm-to-market road projects. So again, the key here is there is transparency, there is accountability, there are coordinates that are now made available point to point, and there will be a special provision on citizens' participatory audit. So having said that, again, this should not be a precedent for future bicameral conference committee meetings, and we share the position of the chair we will support the inclusion of this new list.
If I may, Senwin, so I agree with the statement of Senator Lauren and Senator Kiko. We also don't want this to be the norm. All of these last minute requests from the secretary should not be the norm, and we support that. Siguro po ang magkagandahan po dito, na-check na po kasi talaga isa-isa ng DA yung mga proyekto na ipapasok po natin sa budget sa 2026. As they explained it, they selected it based on their readiness for implementation, consistency with national and regional development priorities, and their projected contribution to enhancing agricultural productivity, minimizing post-harvest losses, and expanding market access for farmers in priority areas. So, bukod po sa masisigurado na mai-implement itong mga proyekto na ito dahil specific na po yung areas Kaya na po ding silipin ng ating mga kababayan ng mga auditors, mga third party na gustong mag-check, identified po Bukod dun sa increased implementability ng mga projects, nasisigurado din po nito na-identify na ng DA kung ano lang talaga yung pinaka-prioridad ng mga farm-to-market road. So, hindi na po yung mga lugar siguro na, di ba, mauuna na yung pinaka-connected doon po sa mga main thoroughfare. So, yun po siguro yun. Mas sigurado po na may implement yung mga programa at masisigurado din po na yung atin pong popondohan ay yung mga talagang pinaka-prioridad at pinaka-mahalaga ng mga farm-to-market roads. And again, I share the sentiments of our colleagues that this should not be the norm moving forward in the succeeding budget seasons.
Appreciate the concurrence of the House Chair,